recorded. And again, my name is Brandon Boyd. I'm the VP of Sales and Training for Elevate. Just want to welcome everyone who's on here tonight, especially those who are looking into the company for the very first time. And before we get started here, I wanted to show you guys something that we had put together that we had added, and this is especially for those who are already members in the company. Inside of your back office under the marketing pages section, which again you can find under my account, you'll see that we have the funnel that's live, but also how you can connect it using Facebook and Twitter, and it also gives you the email examples. So it has email number 1 that you can see here. It has email number 2, and what it does is it gives you what to put in the subject, what to put in the description, and this is based upon stuff that actually works. These kinds of things have been tested by professional marketers, okay, and you can use these, and then of course it has all the other marketing pages in there as well. All right, and what I want to do tonight, for those who are on for the very first time, they're checking out Elevate, this great company. What I want to do is cover what's called the power of 5, and I just want to do a quick check here real quick, make sure that we have Mr. Henry Vigeant on the call. Henry, if you're out there, if you're on the line, just say yes if you're out there. Okay. Let me just, okay. All right, Henry, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. And you can see my screen, right?
I'm not yet.
Okay. And even if you can, if you got the PDF pulled up there in front of you, I've got the PowerPoint here. But guys, I want to do a quick introduction on the screen here. I've got Mr. Henry Vigeant. He is a presidential founder in Elevate, and I've had the privilege of working with him for the past month and a half to 2 months. And let me just say this: Henry is one of the few individuals who actually has done what he said he was going to do. You know, a lot of people talk, but very few people actually do. And Henry is a doer. Henry is a leader. And I think you'll be able to see that tonight. So without further ado, I want to turn it over to one of our presidential founders, Mr. Henry Vigeant, to go over Elevate and also the Power 5. So Henry, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, it's my pleasure to be on here. First of all, I want to thank you for asking me to be a host here. Now, I did this presentation over the last few years, and it's helped me grow monster teams, first of all. And so I want you to understand that it's made specifically, this training is made specifically for solar, okay? So I'm going to teach you how I built big organizations in the multiple thousands of people. Now, the retirement facts I want to show you about, because there's some real facts I want to show you, and it's really important that you understand that. There's 8,000 people per day that are reaching retirement, all right? And this is going to happen for the next 17 years. Now, do you have $500,000 now if you're already at retirement age? Because you need that cash liquid just to retire. Okay, now when I did this presentation, I made this a couple of years ago. I was 42 years old. I did the calculations, and I needed $1.4 million just to retire at that point in time at 65. Now, I know I didn't have that at that point, so I had to start thinking about what am I going to do for residual income. Now, this is a great question you have to ask yourself. How is your retirement coming? Because if it's not any of those types of numbers, we have to do something different. You know, we're all programmed our whole life to go to work, get a job, work 50 or 60 hours, and supposed to live into retirement. Well, those days are done, okay? It just doesn't work anymore. The competition's too hard out there. They're trying to outsource jobs even faster. And, you know, here's some more hard facts. 46% of Americans have less than $10,000 saved for their retirement. 40% of the baby boomers now plan to work until the age they die. Now, you know, that's where I was going. 36% of Americans say they do not contribute anything to their savings. And 87% of adults say they are not confident about having money for a comfortable retirement. think about those hard facts. You know, traditional choices, I like this slide because this is exactly the way we were taught to do. I mean, if you have $1 today, in 25 years, the interest will eat it up. It'll actually be worth zero. All the investors out there say the same exact thing. And I already said this. Most people do not have $10,000 saved up for retirement. So we know that that's not going to help you on your retirement. Now, IRA, I love IRAs. You know, you take some of your tax money or $3,000 a year, you get a Roth IRA, and you know, so if you did it for 9 years, you know, $27,000, and it basically doubles you about $54,000 in the back end. Still can't retire. I mean, think about the numbers. I needed $1.4 million. Real estate up and down. We've seen what happened back in the 80s. It happened again in 2008. It's an up and down process. You know, stocks and bonds. That's just like you know, the roulette wheel or craps. You don't know what's going to happen there. I was just looking at a stock channel the other morning. I don't know why I was watching it, but they said that iPod or Apple was predicted to be over $1 trillion, and for some reason it just went down. So think about the people that say, "Hey, I'm going to buy heavy," and all of a sudden they lost a lot of investment. Now gold, people say, "Well, I'm staying away from that stuff. I'm going to just stick with gold." Well, in 2011 it was almost $2,000 an ounce. Today it's a little over $1,100. So how did that investment go? Now I know a little bit about gold, because I bought my first restaurant with gold and silver. So it's a good choice for an added savings, but not for your retirement. Now the solution that we're going to offer you here with Elevate Solar is a 2 to 3 year plan. Now, not only do you get to help the environment, right, by choosing solar and helping people go solar, but you get to help friends and family and people you care about, or your neighbors. You get to help people that want to have an extra income that are suffering out there. People that don't have the $10,000, that have to work at Walmart in their retirement. We have an option for everybody. There's really no risk here. When I had a restaurant, Brandon, every Monday I had to put up $10,641 just to stay in business. Every Monday morning. That's what I needed to pay my bills. Now here, you know, it's a very minimal risk because really there's no investment. All it is sweat equity. Now, you have an option to get financial freedom. You do have that financial freedom option that you can control your destiny with our 2 to 3 year plan. Now, and how does it work? Well, it's simple. You have to refer some solar customers, and if you choose to build a sales team, you can have exponential growth on your income. All right. If you want to do it by yourself and be hey, I'm a great salesperson for solar, God willing, we're here to help you. Okay. But if you're there and say, hey, you know what, I want to leverage this new platform and bring my own sales team in and teach a lot of people to do the same exact thing and get a piece of everything they do as well, that's the best way to grow a nice income. Now, I suggest you commit 6 months of your life. 6 months, get real with yourself and change your destiny just for 6 months for you, your family, and your future. I mean, that's all it's going to take. Now, it's basically this slide tells it all. Just get yourself certified. Day one in the business, write your list out, start calling some people, offering them a free proposal for solar. You're going to get 5 solar qualified customers. Go and build a sales force of 5 representatives, okay? You're going to earn team overrides, a 10% matching bonus in all your team, and a residual income that's going to be second to none. And really all you do is have to teach people to do exactly what you just saw on the screen. It's such a simple concept that people make it not so simple. Now I'm going to show you in just a couple month slides, or just a couple slides here, how simple this is. And I want you really to imagine yourself doing this, all right? So you have to break out your phone and call a few people. That's really the business, all right? So the Power of the 5 training, it's really mapped out to just go get 5 people and help them do exactly what you do. So on month 1, you have to look at yourself first in the mirror and say, what do I have to do to be successful? Well, you have to get 5 solar customers. I wouldn't even worry about getting a teammate unless you have 5 solar customers, because you have to set the example for everybody else in your team. Now, how much do you earn? Well, you get $500 on your training and sales, and you get 5 sales. That's $2,500. Pretty simple, right? Now, if you do that in the first 30 days, Elevate is so generous, they say, hey, you know what? Congratulations, you did a great job in a timely manner. We're going to double that income. Now, that's a total of $5,000. Now, what you also get is a residual income from each individual customer, which is $10 on your personal customers. So that's $50 a month for your 5 customers for the next 25 years. Hey, that's a cable bill. Oh, maybe half a cable bill. But anyways, here's a little breakdown on the overrides of what you made on month 1. All right, so step 1, you've earned $5,000 just on 5 sales. Now, I say sales, I use that term very loosely because we're offering people a zero out-of-pocket expense way to get solar. So it's really the easiest sales job ever, all right? Now, step 2, you help 5 people. You're going to help 5 people get started as representatives. You can do that in the first month, but it's really meant for month 2 I have on this presentation. Now, so you're basically just in month 1, you earn $5,000, and you're going to duplicate this. Duplicate this over and over again until other leaders pick up the slack here. Now, in month 2, I want to show you when the income starts changing. It's going to change from Joe, I'm going to do it by myself, to Joe, I'm going to help 5 people do the same exact thing. And watch the difference here. Now, you're going to earn $200 from every sale in your organization once you're certified. In month 2, you just got yourself certified. So on month 1, you already received yourself a certification. Now on month 2, you're going to help 5 individuals get 5 customers. 5 individuals. You can talk to your local dentist. You can talk to your trash man, your mailman, your neighbor. Who do you know that works for in sales? Maybe one of your relatives needs extra money. 5 individuals like yourself that want extra income and want to help their retirement. Well, by you helping them get 5 customers, you're going to earn $1,000 per person, because you're going to earn 5 times 200 is 1,000. So look at that. Just by helping 5 people do what you did in month 1, you earn an additional $5,000. We have requirements here, and we like everybody to get 2 personal customers a month, okay? And until you have a certain count of 25. But if you did this every single month and did your part, you're going to have your 2 personal sales. That's $1,000 each for $2,000. So on month 2, not a bad month, right? Well, you earned $7,000. Now, on the residual side, you helped 5 people get 25 customers, all right? Now, that's going to be, it's $125. Then you have your own 2 personal sales is $20. So that's a total of $145 for 25 years. Not bad on your second month, right? So you did something once and you're going to get paid for it over and over again. On month 3, now you're going to help those 5 people get 5 representative or sales persons apiece, right? So you have 25 new salespeople in your organization. Well, what are they going to do? Well, your frontline 5 are going to look at you and say, hey, you know, Jim got $5,000 in his first month. I want to copy him, and they did, right? And Jim got $7,000 as a residual income on month 2. So what are your frontline 5 going to do? They're going to help their 5 people do the same exact thing that you taught them to do, get their 5. So they're going to teach their 5 people to get their 5 customers, and so you have 25 customers in each one of your sales organizations for a total of what? 25 times 5 is 125 customers. Now this gets very interesting. So here's some earnings that you can potentially get in month 3. 2 personal sales for yourself. We said we all have to do our personal work. You helped 125 people join your team, and at that point you had a promotion by helping people do this. By following this pattern, you're going to actually help yourself go up the pay structure, and you're going to get override on all your people $100. So you had 125 customers times $100 is what? $12,500 in overrides just from your 5 people getting their 5 people and helping all their customers come into play. So 125 new customers. Now your new residuals is $20 from yourself, your personal work. The 125 new customers times $5 is $625, and that comes for 25 years. $645 for 25 years. So let's just take a total residual count for the first 3 months in business. All right. So, yeah, you know, when I did a restaurant, I had to put $641 up every Monday just to stay in business. Here, you get started for under $100, right, in your business, and then you're earning money from day one every single month, and then on. So you have this nice little residuals just in 3 months. Look at the residual you have. So you have, so you can backslide one time real quick. You've earned yourself $835 a month for 25 years and 3 months worth of work. That's absolutely amazing. I've never seen that done, because most companies out there, their residuals dry up in 3 months, 6 months, or a year. But this is the best thing, because 25 years. I mean, how about 2 car payments or 1 car payment for basically the rest of your life? Think about that. I mean, it's a great opportunity. Now, month 4, the money is going to get a little bit crazy here. Okay, so you have 125 new representatives, and they're going to get their 5 customers. So that's 625 new customers, and you've made $100 override on all those customers for that month is $62,000. All right. Now, is it a perfect world? No. What if this didn't take you 4 months, but you tried? What if it took you a year? Is that still a great number for a monthly income? Yes. How about if it took you 2 years or 3? Remember, this is a 3-year plan. Some people are going to do it in 5 or 6 months. Some people are going to do it in 2 to 3 years. Some people say, hey, you know what, Henry? I don't need that much money. I only need 1/10 of that a month. Great. The opportunity is here, but still, we're going to teach you how to build this the proper way to give you the fair shake. So we're just going to take this out a couple more months. So you see the commissions in month 4, you had 2 personal sales for $2,000. You have 650 new sales for $65,000. All right. You have a new residual income of $3,900 for 25 years. So your total residuals for 4 months is $4,755 for the next 25 years. It starts getting a little attractive. This is the reason why I'm doing the business. Now, month 5, I didn't even want to put the money here, okay? I wanted to show you just sheer numbers by just using the power of 5. If you teach people the power of 5 and keep duplicating this over and over again and building in depth and helping the people down below you build an organization, you can grow that 625 to 3125. All right? And then on month 6, think about if everybody did the same exact thing, you could have a potential of 15,000 new customers just in 6 months. Is this going to happen? Probably not. Can it? Yes. You know, has anybody built a business like this? Of course. I did half of this in just a little bit of time in my last company. Okay, you have the opportunity to do the same exact thing. Now, duplication is the key. Once you get 3 levels of leadership, we'll all have the same message: get your 5. Really. So if I'm saying get your 5, and Brandon's saying get your 5, and Pat Honorata saying get your 5, and Randy Rogers saying get the 5, and if they're doing it, everybody wants to be like most people. and everybody's going to do the same thing. So I want to say thank you, everybody, for being on this webcast. Sorry about my little technical challenge in the middle, but it's been a pleasure here. And Brandon, do you need any questions from me at all?
You know, Henry, you told me something today, and I wanted you to share it with the guys and gals who are on tonight. Appreciate you guys being on. Don't jump off yet, because I wanted Henry to share something real quick. You told me earlier today, and I don't know if you can remember, but it kind of surprised me because you'd actually not told this to me before. But you said, this is how I've built the business with my cell phone, my home, the signal, the farm, and all that. Can you tell them really how you've actually built this and how you've built this in the past as well? Because I think it's important for people to understand you don't have to be in a perfect situation or have the perfect job or the perfect business or the perfect family situation in order to do something like this. Tell the people here what you told me earlier today about that.
Okay, great. You know, first of all, I have a very strong passion for what I do, okay? And I have very strong goals. So I don't let little things slow me down, okay? So not having internet doesn't really bother me. If I have to walk a mile to get the nearest cell phone area, I'll do that. And I've done that in the past. But you know, where I live in the mountains of New Hampshire, we have no cell phone service, okay? And I want to make sure you're very clear of this. We have zero cell phone service, okay? I have to buy a cell phone booster just to get communication about 200 feet from my home. If I walk to my barn, my cell phone drops. And guess what? I have to spend most of my time outside. And I actually field most of my calls while I'm at my barn or in my fields and stuff like that. Now, I don't have a warm market around my house. I'm new to the area. I barely know anybody here. Know who I try to recruit, and it's really hard to do so, trying to recruit goats and chickens and rabbits, because they're not going to sign up in the business. So I have to use the internet to build my business. You know, I have to go on Facebook and reach out to people. I have to reach out to my friends and family from another state through Facebook and use my cell phone. I have to reach out to old business partners I've had in the past. Whatever it takes, I use every ounce of effort. I'll do text messages to people. I use cold market. We do job fairs, okay? So I've called the local unemployment office and say, hey, do you mind if I put a table up? And they say, sure, no problem. It's free, right? I love free. So I would sit there and about 40 or 60 applicants would come to me and my partner, Randy Rogers, would be at a table, and they give us the application, and we call them for the whole week. Whatever it takes. Solar is such a hot market, you'll be surprised the conversation pieces that it opens up. And real quick, Brandon, I want to just tell one story on how hot solar in the industry is, okay?
Absolutely.
My aunt passed away 2 months ago when I first started the business, okay? It was my first couple days. So I went to her wake, and I didn't bring a business card. I wasn't talking about the business, although I wanted to, right? I wanted to talk about the business. That's what I'm supposed to do, right? But I said, you know what? My integrity is too much. I'm not going to do that, right? So I didn't say a word. I just, pay my respects. There's open casket with my aunt. She's my favorite aunt, too. And my brother, I haven't seen in 5 years, runs up to me. And I was at the end of the wake, and I'm like, hello, David. And he's like, you do solar? I'm like, yeah. I go, it's really not the time. He goes, no, here's my new wife. So I never met her because I live so far away, and I didn't get to meet her. And she was like, how much is it going to cost me? I said, nothing up front. She takes my phone out of my hand and puts her in her number and said, please call me this week. Now, my cousin's a banker. He walks up to me and goes, you do solar? Are you in New York? I said, yes. He goes, can you call me? And I'm like, I'm in trouble. My uncle is staring at me in the face, and he gives me the old look, and he points his finger and tells me to come here. I'm like, oh, my gosh. So I walk up to him. I said, yeah, hi, Uncle John. He goes like, hey, my bill's $700. He goes, give me a call this week. I was shocked. I was like, your wife's right there. And I was thinking in my mind, I can't believe it. I can't even go to a lake without getting prospected 3 times. That's the power of solar, folks. And that is an absolute true story. I left here, and I still haven't called any one of them yet because I was just so shocked. I wanted to just get my feet back and planted. And, I don't even know if my aunt's going to be mad at me from up above, but no matter what, the people want solar. It's 1% of the United States is covered. Yeah, if you're in the East Coast, it's wide open. I mean, it's all wide open. But think about this. The time is now to go green. And they made it cost effective to do so. You have the right leadership in this company. You have the right company. I mean, one of the unbelievable trainers, Brandon Boyd. I mean, he's phenomenal. And I can't say enough how excited I am to be here today. And Brandon, I know I'm taking this too far, but thanks again for having me. And have a great night, everybody.
Absolutely, and appreciate Henry sharing that. In fact, I want to say something real quick, and I'm actually going to answer a couple of the questions that people have put in the question box here. If you do have some, you can go ahead and ask them there in the question box in front of you. But, did you hear what he said? He said he was from New Hampshire. Some of you, I think, maybe have even forgotten that New Hampshire is part of the United States. And it reminds me of that, it's not, I was talking to a guy one time, this is several years ago, and I was trying to give him some friendly counsel, not trying to be rude, but some friendly counsel. And he said, Brandon, I said, how's the area going? He said, the area is dead. And I said, it's not the area that's dead, it's what's between your ears. See, guys, we can make things happen anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in New Hampshire, if you're in California, or if you're in Wyoming or Montana. Guys, we can make things happen. And we don't have to wait and see what's going to happen. We can actually make things happen. So one of the questions that came up is Elevate currently installing solar where reps are getting paid. And the answer to your question, Eddie, is yes. In fact, we've been doing this for about 18 months. Company's been in business for 7 years, and back in 2008, so it's been about 7 years. But people have been getting paid for about 18 months, and we're expanding. In fact, watch what happens the next 30 to 90 days, being able to enable you guys to open to 10 to 20 to 25 markets or more. It's going to completely change our business literally overnight. Henry mentioned 1% penetration. Guys, solar is so hot right now, yet there's only 1% penetration, which means we have so much opportunity right in front of us to capitalize on those profits. Now, Kurt, you mentioned the $47 level. How do you become certified? So we're going to have that test that's ready for you so you can get certified on that, but you don't need to worry about it right now. So good question. Can we sell in Canada or Puerto Rico? The answer is technically yes, especially like with Puerto Rico. But we're not, at least right now at this time, able to install in Canada. But if we have somewhere between 50 to 100 utility bills come through qualified for Puerto Rico, we'll probably end up opening that area as well. So good question on that. So any other questions that anyone has out there? I know that a lot of what Henry covered was on the compensation side. A lot of you guys who are on tonight, some of you might be familiar with solar and some not, but all you have to do is go on to Yahoo News, go on to CNN. They talk about solar every day. What people are looking for is to put money back in their pockets and to get free power. And that's what solar can do for you. Okay, can we get a copy of this presentation? Yes, it's going to be email blasted tonight. I'm also going to put it on Facebook, and I will text it to some of the main leaders that can share it with you guys as well. You'll have a link direct not only to this PowerPoint, but also the video. So you're going to have the video and the PowerPoint. So if you wonder anything that Henry went over and you want some clarification, you're going to have the video and the PowerPoint. So I'll make sure and have that for you guys tonight. Okay. Any other questions that you guys have out there? We do these every Monday and Thursday. In fact, if we go back here, let me pull this up real quick. I'm going to go to the training site. A lot of you guys already know about this with elevatetrain.com. I always refer back to this because I want to, get it kind of pounded in with people that this has a lot of what you need to get going. So if you go here and you click on events, every Monday and Thursday, we do an overview. And it's usually 15 to 25 minutes, and it just covers everything about Elevate, solar, and how you get paid, and how you can save money and own your power. And then we have a corporate training webinar that takes place as well, where we train existing members and leaders in the field. And then if you ever miss the calls that we have in webinars, you can go right here, you click here, and it will take you right to the previous calls and webinars that have taken place. Okay, let me check and see if there's any other questions that you guys have. Friends all over the country, how do you deal with that? That's completely fine. So the requirement right now is, in order for us to open a territory, we need 25 qualified utility bills within a 100-mile radius of a major city. So for example, that's 25 people that have raised their hand, have submitted their bill, and they're qualified, and they've signed. They've said, I want to go ahead and get solar. So once we have 25 of those, it's kind of like opening a country. Then we can just justify being able to get that area going and put in the resources needed. Does 100 miles cross state lines? Yes, we can do that. We can sell in Canada if there's 50 to 100 good quotes, improve sales. Not currently. I was asking before about Puerto Rico. I was told if we had between 50 to 100 qualified apps that we could get going in Puerto Rico as well. That's at least what I was told directly from the CEO, Wright Thurston. So, okay, do you have the list of the open areas? So right now we're currently installing in California, Massachusetts. We have several areas that are just about ready to be live, and then we're looking to open 10 to 25 markets over the next 30 days, upwards of 90 days, and it's going to completely change our entire business. Because guys, you got to understand, there's been companies that have literally become a billion-dollar company, and they've been in like 5 or 6 states. Even if we didn't even open all over the country, and people were to concentrate on a single couple states, they could make an absolute killing. But we want to make sure that we're open to the markets that make sense for us, that there's leadership, and that there's also it's solar strong at the same time. So anyway, guys, again, this has been recorded, so I'm going to upload it. I'm going to get you guys a link. You'll also have the PowerPoint. Share this with others. Get back to the person who invited you on this. If you guys have made a decision to be on, you have one of 3 choices. Number 1, I'm in, sign me up. Just get back to the person who invited you here, get their site, and become a member today. Number 2, I like what I see, but maybe I've got some more questions. Let's make sure and get those answered. Number 3, I'm not interested. Or 3, see you later. So we appreciate you guys being on tonight. Just get back, let them know what number that you are, and look forward to the potential of being able to work with you guys. We're doing a city tour between August 31st and September 30th. Hopefully able to see you guys in person. It'll be myself, as well as CEO Wright Thurston and several other leaders that we have. So guys, have a great night, everyone.